Hello, and welcome back to Factorio. I am Dorthek, and this is episode 15 of our Factorio 0.17 tutorial walkthrough Let's Play campaign. In the last episode, we completed work on an array to produce gray signs, red signs, and green signs, and began building out the actual research area. Between episodes, I moved around some of these turrets to protect these arrays, and we were waiting for our mole to produce some more labs for us. The labs are being made right here, and hey, look at that. It's done an excellent job. I am now going to restrict this completely because the truth is, we're not going to need more labs probably ever, and if I were designing this mall, quite honestly, I'm not sure I would have bothered to make labs in it. It's kind of a one-time thing. But since we have it, we might as well take advantage of it. So let's get down to the build area. And put in some more labs. And that was physical projectile damage, physical weapon shooting speed. And that's all of our inserters. Now power poles. And that should let us do our research quite quickly. The limiting factor is definitely going to be how fast we can make science packs, not how fast we can use them up. And need more power poles. Be right back. You can see that the belts are now moving a lot more. Before they were kind of holding still. Nice. All right. Now, not all of the labs are firing at once because it takes it a moment to feed the materials in, but as you can see right now, they're all glowing nicely. Very heartwarming. All right. That's our science. That's all of the science we can do right now. The next thing we will want science-wise is blue science, but we need to set up oil production before we can do that, and we definitely need to get our iron issues sorted before we do that. Now, as you may recall from when we created this map, we were playing on a rail world setting, which puts our resources a little bit more spread out, but also means we kind of need rails. So let's work on that. If we go back to our blueprint, and you can see right now we have a lot of blank spots, because when we placed the blueprint, we had not researched them yet. If we paste it, we'll suddenly find we have a lot more things that are filled in. So let's take advantage of some of those. First of all, over here, we can certainly be making mining drills and assemblers, but I'm going to use blues because there's no reason not to. So we need power poles. And we're out of those power poles. We can use these. We need to bring in this row and this row. Oops. Okay, this has everything it needs. This is waiting for steel and green circuits. Why is it not getting... Oh, green circuits are coming from there. That science is done. We can do the next level of physical projectile damage and weapons shooting speed, so let's definitely do that. Where is steel supposed to come in? This is working. Steel is supposed to be right here along with copper. Ah, down here. Okay. So let's bring that in. And we already did that once over here with steel and copper. So let's make a copy of this right here. We want it right lined up like so. Now we can't paste over the existing blueprint, but we can kind of use that as a guide for what we need to clear out. So let's remove part of this belt and part of this belt. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this does mean we broke this feed here, but we can fix it. Yes, we're gonna do the trick we did before. There we go. There we are. There's copper and steel coming into there. And let's get it into here. And that will get us that. We don't need this section. We definitely need that section, but we'll get back to it in a sec because I really want to do this part over here, which is lights. And as silly as it seems, I really like having lights in our mall, in our base. Because working in the dark is no fun at all. Whatever this belt is. Now, this belt is green circuits. So green circuits will come up here. They will get filtered so that only green circuits come out, and they're going to get placed on only one side of the bus. Because we want other things in the other places. Oh, because we want copper wire in the other places. Right. We need copper wire in order to make our lights. So let's bring in this line as well. There goes copper wire, and that'll let us make lights. Great. All right, let's continue to work on this. The next section is what's going to give us our railroads, which we will definitely want very soon. How are the biters behaving? They're okay. How's our pollution up? We're about to start getting hit very, very soon, and they're gonna make a beeline right for our research there. So we need to definitely get going on this. Okay. Okay, so starting from the bottom here, we need to make railroads. Railroads require stone, steel plate, and iron stick. Okay, well, steel plate we will bring in right here. Iron stick is going to get made by this machine right here. But we need stone. Well, stone is going to come in on this belt. And look at that. It's already conveniently here, because we brought it close last time. So that'll get us rails. We also need railroad stations. Railroad stations require... Oh! I wanted to use machines. Railroad stations require iron plate, steel plate, iron sticks, electronic circuit. Great. Iron sticks are right here. Iron plate is right there. Steel plate is right there. And electronic circuits will be right here. And we need to place another power pole right here. All right. What's next? We need wagons, which require iron plates, steel, and iron gears. Easy. Got to put this in. And we're using 2 because the reds are fairly slow and we want to feed this fast. We're going to need a lot of these. Okay, that's looking good. Now, locomotives to pull the wagons are a little bit trickier because they require steel plates and electronic circuits plus engine units. Well, we can get electronic circuits right here. And we can get steel right here. But we need engine units. We can make those. Those require steel, iron gears, and iron wheels and iron pipe. We happen to have steel here. This underground set has both iron gears and iron pipe, so we've got engine units. Okay. Just a few more things that we absolutely have to have for our railroad. And that is signals. So there are two types of signals. There's what's called regular train signals, and there's what's called train signals. We will explain those in great detail in a later episode, because I'm planning an entire almost mini-series tutorial on trains specifically. Trains are a very complicated topic and very important one, so I want to make sure we give it lots and lots of attention. And as soon as we reach that point, we're going to take a pause from building this playthrough and focus on trains. And then we'll come right back. Of course, this is iron, which is nearly dead. So it may be a while before any of that gets here. What are you missing? Just iron. You also need the green circuits, which will come through here. Okay. Just desperately need iron. Do we need anything else up here? That stuff is useful, but it can wait. Let's get some of those lights, because we like lights. And since we now have them, let's put some in. Look how much more festive that is. We hit some up there. Alright. Yay, lights. So, that's a little bit of an expansion of the mall. Our research is running. We're still desperately low on iron. Now, why is this iron not going anywhere? Because copper is backed up. That's no good. That's holding up this whole column of iron. So we need to go sort that out. But regardless, we're just not getting much iron. Trickling in very slowly. We can't even get these iron rods made because we don't have any iron plates to make them from. Not great. Alright, let's grab our car and go sort out that blockage of copper. Now, we did make a point of prioritizing the copper over here. The problem is copper is backed up. This is all on the left side, and that's causing this whole thing to back up. We can't do a ton about it, but we can do a little bit by doing one of these. And that's not quite a proper lane balancer, but it does a little bit. It at least removes a little bit of the copper, shoves it to the other side, so we can get a little bit of iron flowing. And that's a good thing. We actually can put in some more mining here, but this is all going into iron. No, this is iron only. This is iron only. love to sneak in at least a few more drills because we are so low on yeah, let's do this. This is gonna, let's see, we're just gonna merge it right into here so that we're only slightly messing with our balancer. But that gets us at least a few more mining drills worth of iron getting produced, and we're stuck on that copper again. Well, that's just the way it is. Which drills are producing the copper? Can we tell? Is it just here on the bottom? Just these. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn them around. Right, these are all iron only. Yes. And some of them are just dead. We're gonna turn these around. There's one of these. And we're gonna just feed it into here. And that means we're not going to get any more copper on this belt. So if we can just drain what little bit of copper there is, then we should be able to unlock that belt. Let's see if that was enough. No more should be coming in. Also, some of these miners are dead. These don't have any resources under them, which is the problem. Yep, looks like we are not putting any more copper in there. How's our pollution doing? Yeah, very, very close. How's our research doing? Oh, we are short on military science. Why are we short on military science? Because we're short on iron. I was really hoping that we could finish this last little bit. That's very unfortunate. Let's see what we can do to help things out a bit. Alright, so I've got all this ore in my inventory that I definitely don't want to be carrying around. But what I'm really going to do is I'm going to steal some of this iron from the base. A couple of stacks. And I'm going to hand deliver it to our military science production. So bullets we have, it's grenades that are the problem. Okay. There we go. I've shoved all of that iron plate into here so that we get some more military science going. Just enough to get us this last little bit. Perfect. The next chunk of it we can't do because it'll require blue science. Probably the most useful thing of all of that's left here is going to be explosive damage. That'll improve our grenades. Well, this weapon shooting speed as well, but we're probably not going to make that because we need 400 more. Energy shield equipment we're not ready for. Rockets at this stage don't really do much. Combat robots really don't do much, and we're going to need... well, actually, we could build them, but they really are not very useful. Landmines are just never very useful. Flamethrowers are nice, but not... In my experience, they're not that great. So, the next thing we need to do is go fight the biters. We've got to clear out these nests and whatever's over here. Then we've got to build a wall that includes this iron ore, and so we need to start building railroads to bring the ore back into our base. We're going to do that next time. So until then, why don't you go ahead and try one of these yourself? If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you would like notifications of future episodes, consider hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to save.